Hello, hello, beautiful people. Hey, tech enthusiasts, how are you? How have you been? I have missed you in these live streams. If you're watching us now, you're probably like, what is happening? Because typically we do these at 8 p.m. on Thursdays, but we have the capacity to be able to do them now at 10 a.m. on Thursdays. And so I like to always come in hot. You guys know this already. So I'm going to pause for a minute and just double check that I am live in all the places and that you're able to hear and see me. So if you are here live, and it seems we have a little connection issue, let's see here. Okay. All right. So it looks like I'm connected there. And that's the thing when you go live, there's tech issues. So let's see if we can work through this. Okay, great. The cameras are back on. So if you are here live, let me know if you can hear me, see me clearly. The tech is great, but sometimes the tech isn't that great. And so I just want to do a warm welcome. If you are new here, if this is your first time here, my name is Tanisha Halstead, and I want to welcome you to another episode of the Tech Fuss Made Easy. And whether you've seen us before every Thursday at 8 p.m., we're now at Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is where we gather to make your tech journey smoother, exploring ways to simplify those time consuming tasks using simple tools that get the job done faster. And our mission is to empower small business owners to elevate their customer experience with simple tech tools such as Google Workspace, your CRM, and personalized virtual assistants to save time and drive your business growth. So, today, what we're here for is we're going to be diving into the world of networking. And we want to explore like the common struggles that many of us face, which is turning those business cards, let's face it, into real life opportunities and managing all those new connections. I'm going to be sharing some actionable tips and tools. Of course, who would I be if I didn't? To make your networking events or your networking efforts more effective and turn your connections into valuable relationships. But before we dive in, I always love to know, I like to talk to the people. So if you're here with us live or whether you watch this on the replay, please go ahead and share where you're tuning in from. It's always fascinating to me to see how far we can spread with inspiring small business owners. So again, if you're watching us here live or if you are watching us on the replay, definitely go ahead and do that. And if you're feeling like extra brave or extra comfortable, share a bit about your business or what even brought you to this live stream. So, for those who don't know me yet, and you're like, who is this lady? I am Tanisha Halstead, the founder of Virtually Centered Solutions. And I'm super passionate about empowering small business owners to elevate their customer experience with simple tech solutions such as Google Workspace, a CRM, and personalized virtual assistants. We want them to find ease and drive business growth. With over 15 years in the tech and business world, I've seen firsthand how well organized networking plans can actually turn into connections, into clients, and actually growth opportunities. So, we're going to dive into that today. But before we do that, I want to do a quick shout out to something super exciting. We're actually going to be hosting a 4 week networking and lead generation boot camp and it's actually starting the first week of September on September 8th. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to my other screen here. All right. So, what you're seeing now on my screen is our 4 week networking and lead generation boot camp. I'm actually going to share the link in the chat and also underneath the video bio that you will see. Um, you'll see that the boot camp is for helping you to organize your paper or digital business cards. And we're also going to be going through some automation, some tools to help with that. If you scroll on down the landing page, you'll see each week we're going to be talking about a different session. It'll be foundations of networking, CRM system setup, or just data import and developing your networking campaigns. And we can't grow if we can't measure the success and continue to improve. So we'll talk about some of that as well. Um, and that will be a 4 week boot camp that is held in September, where we'll dive into those intricate topics. So it's your chance to get personalized support and practical tools to make your networking efforts truly pay off. And so I just want to pause for a second and double check to make sure that I'm not missing anything in the chat. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm seeing the chat from YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on LinkedIn, I want you to be aware that I can't see your comments, but if you go ahead and leave your comments, feedbacks, your yeses, your nos as we're going through the live stream, I and my team will circle back to make sure that we're still supporting you and making sure that you're able to get access to questions that you have answered or even providing the links and resources as well. All right, so let's keep this train moving. So I always like to set the tone and address the fact that you might be here with us today because you're struggling to turn those stacks of business cards into real opportunities. Maybe they're sitting in your desk drawer collecting dust. Okay. And maybe you're sending generic follow up messages that seem to go nowhere. Or maybe you're just overwhelmed in general with all those new contacts and you just don't know where to start. If any of these sound familiar, please type yes in the chat. And if it's just not resonating, it's okay to put a no in there too. I love to hear where you're at. If you feel like giving a little bit more detail, you're more than open to do that as well. So let's get into it. So we're going to address first some of the key challenges. And many of us face them, but sometimes we just don't talk about them. So, with networking, the first thing that I like to think of is addressing our mindset. The mindset piece is, some of us may lack a little bit of confidence, or maybe you are unfamiliar with the space that you're entering. So, there's a little fear or hesitation. I'd like to share that when I first got started networking, I was, I'm somewhat of an extrovert introvert and I would be okay going to the events, but I wouldn't be that comfortable. I'll be kind of the person kind of hugging the wall, maybe sitting off a little bit and unsure of how to like give an introduction. And something that I do more now as I've gotten comfortable is one, I stretch myself to go to places where I might not have originally. And then two, I actually now just keep it simple. Like think of the networking event that you're going that these are actual people as well. Like if we're at the grocery store and you see somebody out there and they have a nice hairdo or nice clothes on or something and we're able to compliment them about that, that's a great icebreaker for someone that's probably less comfortable in going to spaces like that for networking. But another common struggle is that we go to these networking events, we collect the business cards, but then we don't organize them. They may sit somewhere, collect dust. There might be stacked somewhere, and you're not even sure how or who you're connected to. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by your stack of business cards, I want you to type yes in the chat because I've been there too. In fact, I still have some right here on my desk. But the difference is I started using tools and using it as a way to digitize and organize our contacts effortlessly. So even if I do fall behind with the actual paper cards, there's a process in place for me to get it into the system and actually digitize. So even if I lose the card or it's somewhere collecting dust, I'm still able to have that connection and that person in our system. So I want to show you a couple tools. So I'm going to hop over to my other screen. And so the first tool that I'm going to show you is early on in my business. I had a client that actually showed me this tool called Camcard. And so Camcard is a digital business cards. Now, I know that some people love paper and they also might have digital. So I wanted to show a couple of options because let's face it, sometimes we can't get away from the paper cards. But Camcard is an option that allows you to scan, manage, and sync, like it says, your business card. So earlier on, I started using this, and I'll explain why I stopped at later on as we go through some of the features. So, what I liked about it initially is that you can quickly enter cards, you can exchange cards, and then there's also some CRM component. They say smart management, but it's literally contact management. And so, I also like that you can access anywhere. Now, what I didn't like back then is that it wasn't very intuitive. Some of the things that I did like was that if you are somewhere where you're getting paper cards, it allowed you to scan the card and be able to input the contact information without manually typing them in. So that was one option as far as organizing your business cards. So this takes away also that feature of just having your cards sit there. You can quickly scan them, put the contact information in, and then be able to manage your contacts in that way. Now, another one that's pretty popular is Hi Hello. And Hi Hello is, like they said, one of the leading digital business card platforms. And some of the features here is, and I'll scroll down just so you can see some of the features that they talk about is that they can have interactive email signatures. So you can actually create your business card and be able to put that information in your email signature. They have virtual backgrounds now. And um, I'll just share one of the features that I liked about Hi Hello is that even though it's a digital business cards, it actually allows you to create multiple cards. So, say that you are a business owner, but you have a nonprofit, or maybe you have a community, and they all serve different audiences. You're able to create a business card for each of those businesses and be able to share to who you'd like at that point. You also have smarter contact management here where you're able to group your professional networks. So, those I love because it's a form of organizing your business cards and taking it out of the paper or just sitting somewhere and not actually using it. Last but not least, is one that it's actually, I'm a little biased because it's actually a New Jersey based business. It's called mtap.io, and they are a digital business card. But what I also love about them is they have a lot of the same features. But what I love about mtap is that they give you the feel of a real life business card that you can actually tap as you're going out to network. And I love this because when you're doing paper cards, and say for instance, your phone number changes or something pertinent to contact you changes, you've got to like scribble on your card or you've got to reorder them. But I love the fact that this allows you to, it's almost like having the paper card, but you're updating the digital piece and they'll get the most up to date information. So, shout out to MTAP for that. I definitely love that feature. And so that was just us kind of skimming through the first common struggle, which is organizing your business cards. So I shared about three examples of digital business cards and also ways to take that from your from your paper business card into a digital form so that now you can organize your contacts effortlessly. And so the next one we'll get into is effective follow up. We hear all the time that the power is in the follow up, but all of us struggle with it, including myself. And one thing I've learned over the years is that sending out those generic newsletters or generic emails, they just don't cut it. Instead, people like to feel a personal approach. They like to feel human because at the end of the day, the person at the end receiving that email is human. And so we use a couple tools to be able to send these personalized follow up campaigns. And some of the things you could do in those follow up campaigns are share your own stories or maybe your struggles with follow up and ask viewers to share theirs. It's just different ways to interact. What I'm learning now is also infusing our, story into what our business does, who Tanisha Halstead is as the founder, and being able to share that as well. It's a way to actually really have personalized approach and then get to know your audience and be able to serve them from a better place. And so we'll talk about tools because I mean that's what we're here for as well. And so I'm going to hop over to my other screen just to share a few of those with you. And so the first one, when we think of creating generic newsletters or personalized follow up campaigns, we think of email marketing tools or possibly an all in one CRM that allows you to do that in the platform as well. So, the first one I want to share with you is ConvertKit. Now, ConvertKit is an email marketing tool that allows you, as you can see here, to send beautiful emails. You can automate your marketing. They now have this creator platform so you can earn income in different ways and grow your audience. At the end of the day, we are looking to grow our networks, grow our client base. And this is allowing us to work smarter, not harder with email and automation. And so some of the features that I like about ConvertKit is the ease of use for someone that's newer to using an email marketing platform. I feel that it is a low lift as far as the transition of learning how to use it. And so you'll see the different things. They have a marketing hub so you can rely on growing your audience, sending beautiful emails, and you can click on each of these and it goes a little bit deeper. The next one that I'll go into is HubSpot. Now, HubSpot is I guess if I had to grade them, it's like a level up. And so depending on the plan that you're on, keep an eye on what their motto or their mission is. It's to grow better with HubSpot. So it's a powerful platform. It is a CRM platform, but it also has multiple solutions. But for the purpose of today's conversation, it's for contact management. And so with HubSpot, you'll see they have a few different hubs. So you can have your marketing, your sales, your service, your content, operations, and commerce. But I think when you're starting, you're not looking to create all of that at once. Especially if you're focusing on networking, you're more focused on creating your email campaign. You're more focused on organizing your contacts and being able to centralize so that you can follow up and ring true to the saying of the power is in the follow up. Next, I'll go into Zoho CRM. Now, another thing to pay attention to is their big message as you land on the page that it's easy to grow. You want to convert more, build lasting relationships, and grow your business resiliently. Now, with Zoho, they have the CRM portion, but they too are all in one that includes it's actually called Zoho One, where you have a ton of apps inside of there. They allow you a 15-day trial, and then you're able to also in here create your email marketing campaign and be able to have follow up and not just the one and done. You're able to touch base with your new contact and the person in your network to be able to engage. And so I want you to comment in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you are using any of these tools already, or if you are doing follow up, what are you actually using to be able to not be a one and done, be able to build stronger, more memorable relationships. All right. And next, we'll get into managing contacts. And so after you've organized and you've now created an effective follow up, you want to manage that. You want to keep track because, as I said earlier, we can't know how to improve if we never measured where we started from. And sometimes that's starting from zero, and that's okay because the power is actually just to start. So, keeping track of your interactions and reminders, that could be tricky. I know. So, I do recommend using a tool, even like Zoho or ConvertKit or one of those tools for its robust features that help you to manage and categorize your contacts. You can actually use a CRM system and have it just be useful. But I know that sometimes there's complexity and it's challenging for users. So I'd also love for you, if you're here with us live or watching on the replay, to let me know, do you use a CRM now? And if you do you customize it, or have you worked with a support professional in that area to be able to help you to customize it? So remember, if you're watching this on the replay, drop your comments, your questions in the chat. I'll be checking them, and my team and I will do our best to address those questions, even just the comments. And so, just to kind of recap, what we talked about today was overcoming some of those common struggles when networking. Hooray, congratulations, you've made it to the networking event. Now you want to, one, organize your business cards so you don't feel overwhelmed or they collect dust and you never do anything with them. You want to, two, effectively follow up. So don't just send that first email, don't be generic. Think of what an email sequence of maybe 3 to 5 or 7 emails could look like, and then put them in a tool so that they can be automated, so you're not doing the heavy lifting. The tool will do that for you. And last but not least, you want to manage your contacts. So again, it's measuring where we've started from and then being able to now track and see what that impact is like. Do we need to change something, or do we just need to improve what we're doing? And so I I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you were able to take something away out of all the things that we talked about today. And I shared some tools. If you're interested in seeing any other tools, you could be sure to share that in the comments. But what I'll do is also update the comment and description underneath these videos so that you'll be able to have those resources for future reference. And so I just want to say thank you as always to those that are in our Tech Fuss Made Easy family. And as always, I want you to stay tech savvy. And I'm always cheering you on. Love y'all.